Have you ever wondered about the life of Vlad the Impaler, the prince who inspired the character Count Dracula? Delve into the enigma that is Vlad the Impaler, a name that echoes through the annals of history with an air of dread and fascination. Also known as Vlad III, this 13th century ruler of Romania was infamous for his ruthlessness and cruelty, earning him a place in the annals of history as one of the most feared leaders of his time. His reign over the historical region of Wallachia was marked by a reign of terror that still sends chills down the spine. Vlad the Impaler was not just a title, but a chilling testament to his preferred method of execution. Impalement, a gruesome and slow death, was his signature, a grim spectacle designed to inspire fear and obedience in his subjects and enemies alike. Yet beneath the terror and the tyranny, who was Vlad the Impaler as a man? A 15th century papal legate, Nicholas of Modrusy, offers us a glimpse into the countenance of this fearsome leader. He describes Vlad as not very tall, but very stocky and strong, with a cruel and terrible appearance, a long straight nose, distended nostrils, a thin and reddish face in which the large wide-open green eyes were framed by bushy black eyebrows, which made them appear threatening. His physical description paints a vivid picture of a man who exuded power and intimidation, a man who ruled with an iron fist and who left an indelible mark on the pages of history. But this portrayal, as intriguing as it is, only scratches the surface of the enigma that is Vlad the Impaler. But who was Vlad the Impaler, really? What secrets did his life hold? As we delve into the scientific investigation of his personal letters, we are about to unearth some startling revelations about the life and times of this infamous ruler. Stay tuned as we unravel the mystery of Vlad the Impaler. Now, using advanced technology, scientists are uncovering increasingly intimate details about this mysterious figure. In an ambitious project, a team of researchers decided to delve into the personal life of Vlad the Impaler, the infamous ruler known for his brutal reign. The team embarked on a scientific journey subjecting Vlad's personal letters to what is known as a mass spectrometry analysis. This might sound complex, but let's break it down. Mass spectrometry is a powerful technique used by scientists to identify unknown compounds, quantify known materials, and elucidate the structure and chemical properties of different molecules. In this case, it was used to remove samples of proteins and peptides from the surface of the letters. Proteins and peptides are the building blocks of life. They're found in every cell of every living thing and can tell us a lot about an individual's health and well-being. Think of them as tiny biological breadcrumbs, leading us back in time to understand the lives of historical figures. So the scientists carefully collected these samples from Vlad's letters. Each letter was treated with the utmost care, ensuring that the precious biological information was preserved. The samples were then subjected to further testing, with a focus on molecules that were deemed to be of human origin. Now, it's important to mention that the researchers were cautious. They understood that they couldn't be completely sure if these molecules were left by Vlad III himself. After all, these letters have survived centuries and could have been handled by numerous people over the years. Yet this didn't deter the scientists. They pressed on, driven by the tantalizing possibility of uncovering new insights into the life of Vlad the Impaler. Each test, each analysis brought them a step closer to understanding this enigmatic figure. However, the question remains, what did the analysis of these letters reveal about Vlad the Impaler? As we delve deeper into this investigation, we'll uncover the surprising and unexpected discoveries that emerged from this scientific journey. So stay tuned. The study of Vlad's letters led scientists to some surprising conclusions. The chemical analysis of Vlad III's letters introduced us to a side of the prince less known. The study's initial findings showed signs of a respiratory tract infection, but as they delved deeper, the scientists stumbled upon an unexpected discovery. On a letter dating back to 1475 CE, they found proteins associated with the human retina. Now, this was a strange find. What were retinal proteins doing on a letter? The researchers pondered the same question and came up with a hypothesis as chilling as Vlad himself. They proposed that Vlad may have cried tears that were partially composed of blood. Yes, you heard it right. Tears of blood. The very thought sends shivers down the spine, doesn't it? the prince, known for his ruthless reign and brutal punishments, may have been battling a rare medical condition that made him shed bloody tears. This condition, known as hemolacria, typically arises from an infection or some kind of injury, but in Vlad's case, the origin remained a mystery. Was it a result of the countless battles he fought? Or was it a symptom of an underlying disease? The answers remain buried in the annals of history. The letter with the retinal proteins was written just a year or two before Vlad's death. This led the researchers to speculate that the prince might have suffered from this condition during the last years of his life. However, they were quick to clarify that the data, while intriguing, was not exhaustive. A prince who was feared by many, a ruler who inspired the terrifying Count Dracula, might have been a victim himself, a victim of his own body's anomalies. This revelation paints a new, intriguing, and somewhat tragic picture of Vlad the Impaler. Could Vlad the Impaler, the prince who struck fear into the hearts of his subjects, have suffered from a rare condition that caused him to cry tears of blood? The condition that may have afflicted Vlad is known as hemolacria. This term may sound like something straight out of a medical thriller, but it's a real, albeit rare condition where an individual sheds tears that are partially composed of blood. Hemolacria is a fascinating phenomenon, to say the least. It's a condition where the tear ducts excrete blood, either in small amounts, which can give the tears a pinkish hue, or in larger quantities, where the tears can appear to be entirely blood. It can be quite unsettling to witness, and one can only imagine the alarm it might have caused in the 15th century. The causes of hemolacria are varied and can range from infections to injuries or other forms of environmental damage. One common cause is bacterial conjunctivitis, an infection of the eye that can cause inflammation and sometimes the shedding of bloody tears. Another cause could be eye injuries, which could damage the tear ducts and lead to hemolacria. In the case of Vlad the Impaler, his hemolacria could be attributed to any number of factors. The 15th century was a brutal time, and as a military leader, Vlad would have been exposed to all manner of environmental hazards. It's also possible that he contracted an infection which led to the condition. It's important to note, however, that hemolacria is not typically a sign of a serious health problem. In most cases, it resolves on its own or with minimal medical intervention. But in the context of Vlad's time, when medical knowledge was rudimentary at best, this condition would likely have been deeply unsettling, perhaps even seen as a curse or a sign of divine punishment. This discovery paints a new, intriguing picture of Vlad the Impaler, one that humanizes him in a way that history has often failed to do. It reminds us that even the most feared and ruthless leaders are, in the end, human, with all the vulnerabilities and health issues that come with it. The letter with traces of hemolacria was written just a year or two before Vlad's death. Thus, we delve into the final years of Vlad the Impaler, a period marked by the possibility of a rare health condition that could have caused him to shed tears of blood, a condition known as hemolacria. Vlad, a formidable ruler known for his ruthless tactics and fearsome reputation, may have been grappling with more than political battles and territorial disputes. His body may have been at war too, fighting off a respiratory tract infection and possibly the distressing condition of hemolacria. The thought of this notorious leader who instilled fear in the hearts of many, himself possibly afflicted with an unsettling condition, adds another layer of complexity to his already enigmatic persona. How might this health condition have affected his life and rule? Could it have intensified his cruelty, or conversely, could it have made him more vulnerable? We can only speculate. However, it does paint a picture of a man who, despite his outward strength and ruthiness, may have been silently suffering. Yet, as we delve into the world of this 15th century ruler, we must remember the researchers' own words of caution. They admitted that the data cannot be considered exhaustive. While the presence of proteins related to the retina on the 1475 CE letter suggests the possibility of hemolacria, there's no certainty that these traces were indeed left by Vlad himself. This uncertainty underscores the challenges of reconstructing the past, even with the aid of sophisticated technologies and scientific analyses. In our quest to understand history, we are often led down fascinating paths, uncovering truths and possibilities that were once hidden. The story of Vlad the Impaler, with its blend of historical fact, speculation, and mystery, is a testament to this journey. While these findings offer fascinating insights into Vlad's life, they also remind us of the mystery that still surrounds this historical figure. As we continue to delve into the past, we are reminded that history, like its subjects, often retains a touch of enigma, always leaving us yearning to know more. Despite the mysteries, the legacy of Vlad the Impaler lives on. Known for his ruthlessness, Vlad III's reign over Wallachia is one of the most brutal chapters in history, but it's his posthumous influence that truly cements his place in popular culture. Vlad's terrifying reputation, combined with the chilling tales of his victims impaled on poles, paved the way for Bram Stoker's infamous character, Count Dracula. In fact, Vlad's patronymic, Dracula, meaning son of the dragon, took on a darker tone as it was reimagined into the bloodthirsty vampire we know today. But it's not just in literature where Vlad's legacy can be felt. His life and reign continue to inspire countless films, television series, and even video games, enthralling audiences with his terrifying tale. Now, with the recent scientific findings, our understanding of Vlad might be on the brink of shifting. These discoveries, including the possibility of Vlad suffering from hemolacria, a condition causing him to shed tears of blood, add another layer of complexity to this notorious figure. Rather than simply a cold-hearted ruler, we start to see a man who carried his own burdens, a man who may have been tormented by his own body. These revelations do not absolve Vlad of his atrocities, of course, yet they do serve to humanize him, reminding us that even the most ruthless of rulers are, in the end, human. It's this duality, this balance of terror and tragedy, that continues to captivate us. As we delve deeper into Vlad's life, we find ourselves drawn into a narrative that is as much about the man himself as it is about the era he lived in. His reign, his ruthlessness, and now his physical afflictions all paint a vivid picture of a time in history that was as brutal as it was transformative. As science continues to shed light on the past, who knows what other secrets about figures like Vlad the Impaler are waiting to be discovered? Today, we've traveled back to the 13th century, exploring the life of Vlad the Impaler through the lens of science. We've delved into the enigma of this notorious ruler, known for his fearsome reign over Wallachia and his chilling inspiration for the fictional Count Dracula. Using emerging technologies, scientists have conducted a new chemical analysis on Vlad's personal letters, offering us unprecedented insights into his life. The most startling discovery: evidence suggesting Vlad may have suffered from hemolacria, a rare condition causing one to shed tears of blood. This revelation paints a more nuanced picture of Vlad, shifting our perception of him from a simple historical villain to a complex individual with his own struggles. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of history, we come to see figures like Vlad the Impaler not just as legends, but as complex individuals with their own unique stories to tell.